Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam if this is the first time you're coming on here. So today's video is really like a question that I get a lot. It's like, do I regret moving to Canada? I know I'm such an advocate for people like coming to Canada, but there's some things that I don't know, not regret, there's just some things that I really miss. I mean, it's not something serious, it's just like everyday stuff that can really like affect your life, especially as a woman. Like, one is making your hair in Canada is so freaking expensive. Like, it's so expensive. Like, why? To make cornrows you're paying like 100 and something. Like, braids goes in the 200, like 300, or even almost $400 like to make your braids. And to do your nails, oh my god, doing your nails, I think where I do my nails, by the time I finish doing my nails, I'm paying like $90. And the other time I went to make inquiries for lashes, like individual lashes, and I think the total cost was around like $120 or something like that. I just think like self-care, especially for women, is so expensive. I've told myself that braids, I don't think I'm gonna do braids until I go back to either the UK or I go back to Nigeria, because the prices are just not adding up. And I only like carry my braids for maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks max. Pushing it too much would be like 5 weeks. But imagine paying $400 or $300 like to make your hair that will only last you for 4 weeks. To me, it was just not like adding up, so I had to calm down and say, you know what, I'm just gonna do something else. And whenever I find myself in the UK or Nigeria or Ghana or somewhere like cheaper, then I can do braids, because doing braids in this country is a luxury. Another thing that every time, even up to now, after living here for 2 years, I'm still not used to it, is the 13% tax that you pay in Ontario. Like, every time I go to the counter and they add the 13%, my ads like still like pop, like boom, like why is the tax not included in things you're buying? And sometimes you go online, you'll be so excited like about this particular product that you want to buy. By the time you get to checkout, your $300 like product is getting to like $400, and you're like, why? Who did I offend? Like, must it be this ad? It's just so annoying. And I'm like, is there not something they can do? Can they not stop like this system? Just add the tax and the money. Let me not see how you're sharing it. Let me not see who is taking what and what is going where. Like, just add it into the price. Like, adding it separately is just a culture shock that I might never get used to. Like, 2 years now, I'm still not used to it. Maybe I need to give myself a couple of years, but seriously, that's a big shock. Thirdly, shopping for clothes in Canada is a long journey. Especially now, I was like shopping for like baby stuff, and recently I wanted to do a shoot, so I was shopping for like clothes, and I'm comparing the price on the UK website to the price in Canada website, and these people are adding like $200 extra. Like, it's ridiculous, literally. So if I can find the video I did on Instagram, I'll insert it in this video. But I was like, no, this is ridiculous. There was a particular dress I saw on UK website and it was like $75, and by the time I check on Canadian website, like same website but like Canadian one, it was like 300 and something. I'm like, no, even if you're adding duty fee, you're adding whatever custom fee, like it shouldn't get to, the margin should not be like $200 like margin. It was just ridiculous. And that's not just like the inflation of the price that they do. Apart from that, in Canada, like the styles are just so boring. It's like every style is for work or every style is to lounge at home. When you're looking for something like a bit old going out stuff or like something nicer, more trendy, they're not there. Like, they just dress for either go to work or lounge at home. and it's just so frustrating. I've been shopping like for like baby stuff, and I really have to just like shop in like limited places. Like I do like H&M, because H&M is really good for like babies and kids, and I do like Amazon. I'm checking like Old Navy and stuff like that, but I'm just like, this can never be the UK. Like, I'm sorry, you will be spoiled with choice. Like, you will be spoiled with different stores to shop from, and it's just really frustrating, because I'm like, okay, now I can shop in like all these places, but continuously, like, I need like access, especially babies. They grow like really fast, and you have to shop regularly. I'm like, this is not sustainable. How do people do it? So I'm really telling myself, I think I need a trip to the UK like once a year, and just go with like empty suitcase and do shopping, because I don't know how I'm gonna cope or survive like this. Another point I wanted to make that makes me just say, oh my god, I really miss the UK, is traveling. Or like, and I don't mean traveling like internationally, I mean traveling like within the country, like just going to different provinces or city. Like, everywhere is just so far. It's like ridiculous. Like, now I'm planning to do my driving, so I can like at least be able to drive, but still I'm like, if I have to go and greet a friend, and all the friends are like 2 hours or 3 hours away, that's ridiculous. Like, and I know the public transport in Canada is literally non-existent. Like, they don't encourage public transport like that, because it's not like really in like available everywhere. So if you don't drive, you're basically gonna stay at home like all day, all year, because where are you going to? To go to Alberta is like 4 hours flight in this Canada. Like, to go to Vancouver is like 6 hours flight. From the UK, 6 hours flight is taking you to Nigeria, like another whole continent. And I'm just like, yeah, that's really like frustrating, because it just shows that you're limited in terms of the travels you can do like within a year. And if I'm gonna spend 4 hours to Alberta, I might as well go to Mexico, because that's 4 hours flight too, and maybe go somewhere nicer. Do you get what I mean? So it's really frustrating. Lastly, I would say, as much as I don't feel this much, I still feel like Canada is like very lonely. Even though my husband like have friends, and now I have like a couple of friends around, I still find it very lonely. Like, you only have like a couple of friends you can visit, especially if you're not like I don't know, if you're not like single pringle, just like partying and turning up, all of that, like, it can get lonely. If you're married or you have kids, boy, like, and you don't party like every time, like you're not the party type, it can get lonely to just like even hang out with people, have like brunch with people or lunch, or just like visit people. So yeah, but again, people say if you're married it's better because you have your partner, and your partner might have friends. In my own situation, but I still find it a bit lonely. Like, many people say this, when they come to Canada they find it like lonely. So in summary, do I regret moving to Canada? No, because I've done like great things, wonderful things, and I'm happy with, like, I don't think I will ever regret moving to Canada. This is like one of the best decisions that I made. But do I miss the UK? Sometimes, yes, I do. Sometimes I wish I can just like buy tickets and go to the UK, do whatever I need to do, and come back. Like, I'm like, in the UK, even as a hairstylist, your shakara cannot be too much. Like, there's so many options for me. So if you're charging ridiculous prices, nobody's gonna come to you, and nobody's gonna patronize you. So you have to calm down and just like be reasonable. But yeah, they're really taking advantage of the fact that there's not so many people that knows how to do stuff, and they're just charging like ridiculous prices. At the end of the day, people charge how much they want to charge. It's up to you to say, do I want to go there and patronize them, or I can't afford it and I'm just gonna sit in my house. In my situation, when it comes to braids in this country, I've just removed my hand. I'm not involved. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing braids anymore because the prices are not just matching for me. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Let me know if you enjoyed, and if you're based in Canada, if there's anything that you really miss from where you're coming from, let me know in the comment section down below and we can discuss. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.